limited things, but I sit down on the sit-down bikes and rode it, exercised my legs for about 10 minutes, and then I did some other minor things that you can do at Planet Fitness. They have all kinds of equipment, and I can't do much with the left arm and the left leg because it just doesn't have much strength. But I'm trying to build that back up, and I'm losing weight. I'm still dropping weight, which is good, and so I decided today, I said, you know what, she's been on me for a while to go and try to exercise a little bit. And I want to say this to everybody with chronic pain. Everybody's different, and I understand that. But folks, I'm telling you, I really feel good today. I mean, I'm feeling bad. I'm hurting because of the weather, okay? It's not because of what I did today. It actually eased it quite a bit, believe it or not. Being able to stretch your body and be able to do things, a little bit of things physically. I wasn't there, but maybe a total of 30 minutes. My wife did a half a workout, but I was tired. I was ready to go. And then we got on these beds that they have water in them, and you lay on the bed, but the water jet is inside the bed, and it's like a massage. Man, does it help. Oh, my God. I thought I was going to lay there and sleep all day. And this kind of ties into what we're talking about. Do you know with Silver Sneakers, and I just found this out today, with Silver Sneakers, you can't have any of those extra activities like the therapy, the red light therapy, the massage like I got, the tanning beds and everything. That does not cover that at the gym, or at least at Planet Fitness.
Okay.
So the lady told me, she said, I'm going to let you try this for free. She goes, I want to see if it helps. I said, well, it helps, and so is the red light therapy. She said, but we need to, we need that. The chronic pain community needs that stuff. And she said, listen, she goes, she brought a manager, or she said the manager has been talking to Silver Sneakers to try to get that done, because they know that the people, older people, retired people, and disabled people need some kind of help with things, The Silver Sneakers program is good because you can go to the gym for free and you can get on all the equipment and work out if you want to. Well, most of us can't do all the equipment anyway, so you really don't have to worry about that. But it did, man. It made me feel a lot better today. I got out of the house. I got to do something. And help myself a little bit physically in the meantime. Tomorrow I'll probably feel like crap, but today it did help me. It did help me today. I can't say it didn't. It did. It most definitely did help. Yeah. And there is people out there that I mean, this is a young girl, she's probably in her 20s, if that. Probably doesn't know nothing about chronic pain, but she took the time to listen and be concerned and said, "Yeah, you're right. You got a point." She said she would have the boss keep on them about it. So, what I'm getting at is we can't just give in and give up. I mean, we just can't.
No.
We got to keep going. No matter how things go, how disturbed we are about certain things, we can't just give in. I mean, we got to keep pushing forward. And maybe we'll make a difference eventually. Hopefully in the near future. That's the goal. But who's to say that's going to happen? But that's what we're trying to do. But I wanted to share that little story with people because I want people to know that it does make a difference.
Right.
And I know not everyone can get up and go to the gym and do it. Not everybody can afford to go to the gym if you don't have Silver Sneakers. If you don't have it, I would suggest you get it. It's free. As long as you're on Medicare, because it has a lot of things to offer.
Yeah.
And we are left to take care of ourselves.
Yes.
Pretty much. All the way across the board, and each other. And we need to start doing it more with each other. So, Florida's a mess, man. We don't. Our governor ripped off billions of dollars of Medicaid, and he got voted in as the governor. Yeah, and he takes that away from everybody. Of course, The only thing I can say about our governor is when it comes to these storms and tragic things in the state, he takes care of the people very much so. That he does do, but that's about it.
Well, to me, when it comes to an emergency, like what's going on in Florida right now, this should not be a question for Congress to sit there and debate about whether or not Florida should get emergency relief money.
Right.
It should be the state going, we need help here, and the Congress goes, how much?
Yeah.
And that should be the end of it. There should not be the grandstanding, and puffing out your chest and I don't like spending money. Well, wow, get out of government. That's your job.
Yeah, exactly.
And but what you just said there, that's kind of the point. We have to look at the immediate, what's right in front of us, because that's what we have to deal with every day. So if we find something that can make that part of our day a little bit better, these are things that we have to actually focus on also. But what you were doing, now that kind of fits into the whole bigger picture. Okay, number one, can you find someone to cover it? And can you afford it? And I mean, a lot of gyms are relatively $30 a month or something.
Yeah, 20 to 30. Yeah,
20 to 30. And you usually get unlimited access to all the stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
So I mean, the expenditure isn't much, but again, you're still on a fixed income.
Sure.
So now you have to figure, can I get that? But the benefit for me over the long term could be fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I in 2 years I could be going, wow, I haven't felt like this in a long time. Yep. I hurt, and I'm really kind of ticked off most of the time, but I feel better,
Sure.
And that too is long term, but it also has a big financial base. You go $20, $30.
Yep.
Can I fit that into, what I have to work with?
Yeah.
And you and I both know that sometimes $10.
Yeah.
You're looking at it going,
yeah.
Okay, I don't have a clue here.
Yeah.
Where am I going to find that money?
I know that. I know that. Yeah. I just upped my radio package. Yeah, I know that. I can't.
Yeah.
I told a lady, I said, I can't do the $20 a month. I'm sorry. I'll just have to stay with Silver Sneakers and do what I can do.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I hate to be that way, but it's just the way. It's just the way life is right now. I just can't. I can't do anything.
Yeah. It's reality, and reality sucks. And that's kind of it almost sounds rude to say that.
Oh, I
know. But when you have somebody with Lyme or something, who has a terrible damn life, and you say, I'm sorry, but life sucks.
Right.
But that's the best answer that we can really give people right now. Because, I just had a little issue here with, I had to call Disneyland for a woman with an autistic son. Right. And he has auditory problems, sensory problems. And there's times when, he just can't stand in the line for very long because of all the things around him. It makes him very distressed, and
right.
He will kind of go off, and she has a very hard time handling them. And I'm trying to talk to these people, and I'm going, look, her husband is in the Army. He's already done 2 tours, overseas, in a war zone. This kid is autistic. Are you going to tell me you can't take one kid and say, here, we'll just, it's one kid, take him to the head of the line. Oh no, that's not our policy.
Yeah.
Well, but I found out a little bit later, if you're rich, you can go into guest services, and you can pay them money, and they will give you a chaperone that will walk your child around the park, and that child will go to the head of every line in the park for a price.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, a rich kid can do that.
Sure.
But, a disabled child can't.
You're right.
Boy, I tell you what, so if anybody from Disney is listening to this, I have 2 middle fingers in the air, okay? and that is for you,
Yeah, that's sad.
That's shameful.
It is. It's very sad.
Yeah.
It is.
But, these are the things that we do have to face.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, it is reality. And it's going to be reality until we start doing something about it.
Yeah.
And, people just, well, I've always voted Republican, or I've always voted Democrat. They need to start taking those and throwing all that crap out of their head and saying, you know what, I'm going to start looking and doing some research on this wonderful thing we call the internet.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start looking at the voting records of my congressman. And trust me, all you have to do is type in that person's name and voting record, and it will bring it up for you.
Sure. Yeah.
His last 4 years in office, or her 4 years in office. You can see how they voted on each and every issue. And if you're not sure what the issue was, you can click on it, and it'll bring the whole thing right up there for you. And you can go, wow, that was help for my child that they just took.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was the food for my parents who were getting Meals on Wheels, who aren't anymore because this idiot decided that they didn't need food.
Sure. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We see all these negative ads down here right now. It's campaign season. You see them all over the place. But one person, well, there's 2 people I would never vote for. Well, 3 people I would never vote for. But Marco Rubio is trying to run for his Senate seat again. And he's wanting to take money away from, he says Social Security is dragging the country down. He says that kids don't need an education. I forget exactly how he's wording it, but he's wanting to take money from the schools.
Yeah.
Good luck getting voted in, buddy. Because people here don't like him. I'll tell you that right now. They don't like him. As you can see in the presidential race way back when they had 17 or 18 of them together, whatever, 7 or 8, however many it was. He come in last in votes. So, people don't like him here very well. Yeah.
Anybody there in Florida, if you're even thinking about voting for Wasserman Schultz, if you're even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right now, outside of your door is a hurricane. Go out there and stand in that hurricane until you are gone and blown out into the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
That's where you need to go if you think that disaster of a woman should even go back into office. You don't need someone who can craft the theft of an election. Right. What we need is somebody who says, you know what, our kids not only need but demand a good education.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And, all we're raising right now are idiots.
Yeah. They've taken it all away, man.
Yeah.
They've taken it, and they've been doing it for years, and it's gotten so bad now that it's, you wouldn't believe the people down here that have their kids in private schools just because of, and my wife works for the county. I can't, but I mean, it's a job, She tries to do her best at what she does, but, they make it very difficult. I mean, like, they wasn't going to close school or today and tomorrow. They were going to leave schools open, but the governor more or less forced her hand to close the schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, what's wrong with you people? he goes, we might get just a little bit